part is, or second case is, if I am taking AB is greater than DE. AB, see, there are only three possibilities between the two sides. If two sides are given, then there are three possibilities. Either these two sides are equal, or you can say one side is greater than the other side, or you can say that one side is less than the other side. Only three possibilities are there. So in first case, we have proved that if two sides are equal, then two triangles are congruent. Now I am taking the second case. Second case is AB, this length of triangle is greater than DE. Now what I will do, if this length is greater, it means I can take some point here. Let I am taking some point here and name as P, and I am joining this P to C. Now see what happens. This length is greater than DE, and I am taking a point below A such that this PB will be equal to DE. Why? Because D is already smaller than AB, and if I am taking some point that is below to A, then I can take the condition as take a point, I can write take a point P on AB such that PB is equal to DE. Now, in spite of triangle ABC, I can take triangle PBC. Do you have any problem? And triangle DEF. Now, tell me, do you have any problem? If I am taking triangle PBC now, PBC, this triangle and this complete triangle. Now, PB is equal to D, that you have constructed PB is equal to DE. Reason is by construction. Very good. And same that you have done in the previous case, angle B is equal to angle E. I can write because it is already given. BC is equal to EF. These two things are given. See, where is the problem? If I am taking triangle PBC, BC is the side of triangle PBC, angle B is the angle of triangle PBC. So I can take these two quantities, and this is by construction. So one side, one angle, and one side, two sides and one included angle are equal to the two sides and one included angle. It means you can write triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF. And tell me the reason fast by SAS rule. Very good. Okay, we are up to this step. Triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF. Now, tell me, if two triangles are congruent, then all of the 6 corresponding parts of these two triangles will be equal. That we have already discussed. Very good. These two triangles are congruent. It means their corresponding parts, either it is side or it is angle, they will be equal. So I can write here the given quantity was angle B is equal to angle E, BC is equal to EF, and angle C is equal to angle F. This all was given. Now, if triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF, so I can say angle PCB is equal to angle DFE. Tell me any problem? If these two triangles are congruent, then I can say this angle PCB, not this complete, only this angle of this complete triangle will be equal to DFE of another triangle, because these two triangles are congruent. Very good. And you can write by CPCT. CPCT is the short form that corresponding parts of congruent triangle are equal. This is the short form. Whenever you have proved that two triangles are congruent and you will prove that any of the angle or any of the side is equal, then the reason will be always by CPCT. You will always write CPCT. Now, angle PCB is equal to angle DFE. Angle DFE is already equal to, it is angle F. Angle DFE is already equal to angle C. Angle C is this complete angle. So I can write angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. This is given. Just I am rewriting. This complete angle is equal to this complete angle. Now see, from these two equations, right hand side of both equations are equal. If right hand side are equal or right hand side is equal, then you can say angle ACB is equal to angle PCB. You are at this step. It is very important to understand now, if angle ACB, this complete angle, is equal to this small angle, when it will be possible? When it will be possible, I am saying this complete angle is equal to this smaller angle. When it will be possible? It will be only possible when this point will be at this point. It means this line will coincide with this line, because see, this is the complete angle and this is the smaller angle. Can these two angles be equal ever? Why? When it will be equal? It will be equal only when the point P will be equal to point A, or you can say that point P will lie on point A. This is the main thing in this second case that we have to understand. So, after this step, you can write it is possible only when point P will lie on point A. And when point P will lie on point A, it means PB is equal to AB. PB is equal to AB. Okay, and PB is equal to DE that we have constructed, and PB is equal to AB. PB is equal to AB and PB is equal to DE that we have constructed. Now from these two equations, you can write AB is equal to DE. You have assumed AB is greater than DE, but you are now at this point AB is equal to DE. And if AB is equal to DE, angle B is equal to angle E, angle side BC is equal to side EF, then by SAS rule again, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So after this step, you can write, AB is equal to DE, angle B is equal to angle E, BC is equal to EF. This is given, these two things, and this is proved. So, by SAS rule, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS rule. Okay, so now the left part is, or the left possibility is, if AB is less than DE. I discussed AB is equal to DE. I discussed AB is greater than DE. Now you will show me the proof when AB is less than DE, then how these two triangles will be congruent. It is your exercise. Tell me the solution. show me the solution, and you will, when you will do yourself, then you will be able to know the steps, the reasons why I am doing this step, why I am writing this in a very better manner. Got it?